Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, Iowa Speedway, as we get back to points racing. Got 26 drivers currently in the server. Adam Vinny quickest in the room right now, but only quickest by about 3/100ths of a second. $125 laps tonight. Seems like a very long distance, but when they're getting around here as quickly as they are, nearly 3 laps per minute, it'll go by pretty quickly for these guys. Had a drivers meeting right before the race, and everybody was in agreement that we're going to forget about last week's All-Star race and get to points racing and get things going again, get back in the fold. If we get a double voice here, it's because I'm playing with things I probably shouldn't play with while I'm live. All-Star Racing, there we go. That was just for a quick second. We got to have a link. The guys got to have their link. It's important. I mean, business is business, right? Hello, Jane. Over on the Twitcher. Rare that I see you on Twitch. Welcome, everybody else. Make sure you say hi in the chat. You can see we've got quite a few viewers already. Don't care where you're at. Don't care who you're cheering for. Just say hi. You can shout out who you're cheering for. That'd be awesome. And keep the chatter lively and family friendly tonight. Just about done with practice. When did that start counting down? Well, I like it. Huh. Hello, AJ. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill in the house. I do not have to ask who Jane and Bill are cheering for, but AJ, who you got tonight? Remember that our top 5 in points will be going to the back, and let me go figure out who that is. Currently, Adam Vinny, Justin Durand, Brian McAvoy, Brock Bigelow, and Greg Smith will be going to the back. Oh, well, okay. I got you. Kamba. All right, H. Oh, yeah. You know what? I realize who that is. Aaron and Mary Lee. Hello, Amanda Mackey. Boy, I wonder who Amanda's cheering for. Probably the 99 truck. I'll go out on a fat limb for that right there. All right, 28 drivers officially made it into the server tonight. Let us. You guys need to come to chat and come on the air with me. Both of you. Don't tell him you have faith in him. Okay, Chia. We won't. All right, drivers on the track. Let's go and see if we can watch a couple of these guys. There goes the 707 of Chris Gaxel. Get a long angle here. Oh, I'm semi-clairvoyant. Maybe that, I mean, and the whole Mackey in the name didn't give it away either. Just saying. Where is he? Jonathan Scott, 2390 for his lap. Greg Smith takes that away, 2380. Corey Blevins, 82. Bigelow in there as well. It's an 806 for Smith and an 814 for Bigelow. Jay Bolts, welcome to the show again. Well, we have good news, guys, really. I have got, Mackey up to second quick. Bigelow did not improve. He failed to third. I have our new hat press sitting here in the office with me. And the patches are going to be forthcoming. So the network is getting some new hats. And we hope that they're going to be glorious. Since we're doing them ourselves, we hope they're going to be super glorious. But we can't count on that. As soon as we have some images, we'll put them up, let you guys see them. They'll probably be available over at Digital Sim Racing League's website. So But we're also going to see if we can't, if they look good and we're proud of them, we're going to see if we can't do some giveaway stuff during some of these races. Actually, yes, Jane, I am. Not as bad tonight. Looks like just a whole bunch of rain, maybe a little bit of thunder and lightning. Nothing severe. But Friday night is going to be a whole nother story. Apparently gorilla-sized hail, which I don't know how big a gorilla-sized hailstone is. But apparently it must be huge. McAvoy and Cleat, 23-33. And whoa, Adam Vinny's up there now. Adam Vinny's on the track. He just finished his second lap. He's second quick behind Brian McAvoy. Corey Blevins is out here. He's already qualified. He's 10th quick. I think it's Derek Bacorn having problems in turn one. Don Jordan and Justin Durand are out here as well. I don't know how big a gorilla-sized hailstone is. Apparently there is no official measurement because I tried to Google that. Because when it said gorilla hail, high winds, possible tornadoes, the only thing I didn't understand in that whole graphic was gorilla-sized hail. And I was thinking if it's the size of a gorilla, they should have called them boulder-sized hails. But apparently it is bigger than a softball, but it has no official measurement. It is just a very, very large hailstone, which is scary enough. So it looks like Brian McAvoy will be your quick qualifier this evening. Adam Vinny, Todd Cleat, Greg Smith, and Brandon Mackey will be the top five. We know the drivers that are going to the back, so some of that is going to shift around a little bit. You've already had baseball-sized hail or you're expecting baseball-sized hail? Because apparently gorilla is like twice that size. Bordering on basketballs, volleyballs, I don't know. Like I said, they don't have an official measurement. It's just bigger than a softball, and softball is the biggest official measurement offered. It's ridiculous. Well, you know, Tiny Dancer, he said for the first time that since they've lived in their home, the tornado sirens went off night before last. And they had to go seek shelter until it all passed. So, yeah. Pretty well. Our tornado sirens will go off if the wind blows just right. But, all right, let's take a look at our starting lineup. The 79 of Brian McAvoy, your quick qualifier, 23.333 seconds. Adam Vinny, the 64 on the outside of that road. Then Todd Cleat in the 45. And Greg Smith in the 60 in row number 2. Both Vinny and Smith headed to the back. Durand in the 30. Mackey, the 99 in row number 3. And then it's Cody Smith, the 33. Reed Rundle, Father Time, the 43 in row 4. Brock Bigelow in the 27, and Kevin Spaulding in the 25 in row number 5. Corey Blevins in the 24, Ethan Lowe in the 71. They fill in our 6th row. Stephen Pearson in the 83, inside row 7, next to Jonathan Scott in the 51. We'll move to row 8. We find the 2 of Coy Callis next to Todd Keir in the 88. 55, Kyle Gomez. Don Jordan, the 28, in row 9. Row 10 is Michael Everett, the 8 truck, next to the 204 of Ryan Kemba. Travis Downing, the 18. Travis Scheid, the 6. They fill in our 11th row. Our 12th row looks like this. The Dana Ryan Machine, the number 1. Inside, Frank Chavez in the 23 on the outside. And we'll move to our final couple of rows. The 707 of Chris Gaxel, next to the 19 of Russell Harold. And Derek Bacorn in the 47. Brad Ebel, the 56, in our 14th and final row. Like I said, the 5 drivers going to the back. So some drivers will shift around. The official starting order will be slightly different. But most of the guys at the front will stay the same. First time to okay. Yeah. It's kind of weird where it's all happening from year to year. In the 90s, late 90s, and all through the 2000s, it was right here on top of us. I got to see and experience so many tornadoes. Then in the teens, it shifted a little bit east, and it feels like it's starting to shift more north in the central part of the country. It's so weird. My whole life, I lived in Tornado Alley. I've been in the Midwest in my entire life. And it just seems like it is moving a little bit different direction every year. And I kind of am sometimes a conspiracy theorist. But in this case, I feel like if whatever they're doing with the weather, they need to stop, because they are really jacking things up, and they're putting people that have no idea what any of this is about in jeopardy. It's just bad. They're not prepared for it. All right, another pace lap around, and then we'll cut these boys loose for 125 circuits. Still seeing drivers dropping to the back. They're starting to form that in now. Let's go back. Brad Ebel did not make the call to start this race, so we're short one truck already. We're back here at the 60 of Greg Smith, then Brock Bigelow, Brian McAvoy, Justin Durand, and Adam Vinny. That's your 5 in the points. Adam Vinny leading the points, starts dead last. Hello, Mr. Forstner. Welcome in again. All right. Into 3 and 4 for the final pace. We're going green here momentarily, as soon as we can get that pesky pace car out of our way. Now, one more time around. Apparently we are extended. Make sure the field is correct. Well, Jay, Bill, all you guys up there up north, please stay safe. Heed the warnings. You never know. Most of the times the sirens go off here and it's, 5 miles east or west of me. But I do take a peek, and we can always jump in the tornado shelter if we have to. So if your sirens go off, stay weather aware and take the proper precautions. Everybody needs to stay safe. We like to see everybody in chat. All right, I believe we are going to go green this time. There goes that pace car. We're going to drop into the start zone, catch the green flag.
Green, green, green.
And we're underway. Side by side into turns 3 and 4 for the first time around. Oh, Mackey way out of shape. He's not going to be able to hang on to that thing. He's going through the grass. Single truck. If he can get it back underneath him. Oh, he just got a little feisty with the throttle in the grass there. It slowed Cleat up, but it allowed Arundel and Spalding to shoot past. Cody Smith is now side by side with that 45 for the third spot. So action right out of the box. And Brandon Mackey has got a lot. 15 seconds to make up. He started at the front. They settle things out there. Cleek takes the third spot. Then Smith and Blevins move back to the 6th spot. Stephen Pearson rides right there in the 83. Lowe, Callis, Keir, Gomez through the top 10. It doesn't start to get weird until we get back here to about this spot. This is about 15th, 16th, 17th, and on back. And you can see they're 2 wide, several deep. And that was the 51 of Jonathan Scott up by the wall. You don't want to get up there. There is no grip. And he will drop way back. He is going to fall all the way back to about 24. Oh, truck out of shape. Whoa, that was Travis Downing. Yeah, I just caught that out of the corner of my eye. We'll watch him go into turn one up on the high side. I told you guys there's no grip up here. Too many marbles, too much dirt at the top of the racetrack. He did the good thing to get it back to the right, but a bad thing by planting the right front corner in the fence. So we'll have to try to get down here and take a look. Yeah, that truck's damaged up pretty good. So that is going to help Mr. Mackey, as he is going to be able to shrink that gap from his turn 4 lap 1 incident and get back at least to the back of the field and give himself a fighting chance. We'll see if Downing can make it back onto the racing surface. This place is tricky enough. Till the tires come up to temperature, you really got to be on top of your wheel. And you really can't get up there by the fence because that's where all the marbles and all the dirt and the dust and all the stuff that causes your tires to have no grip is at. If you're above that black, basically. Hello, Jennifer. So Rundle has the point. This guy's been on a little bit of a heater here lately. He won the All-Star race last week and had him a good run the week before. Grabbed him a win at Kansas, so he's on a back-to-back. Looking to go for the three-peat. I know the All-Star was an exhibition non-points event, but beside the point. Rock Bigelow is on pit road? Oh, wait a minute. Rock Bigelow went on pit road. I didn't even see that truck on pit road. He's been there for a couple of laps. We'll have to follow up and see if we can find something out about why the 27 truck pulled to the inside. Travis Downing, I believe that truck was terminal. Too much suspension damage on the right front. And driver 18 is going to have an early night. He's going to beat the traffic out of here. I mean, you are out in the middle of a cornfield. And that's literal. You're in the middle of corn country, and there is nothing but cornfields around this racetrack. I think the nearest, like, actual civilization is 30 or 35, 40 miles away from this racetrack. So we'll double up. We'll get ready for a restart. Pace car will dive out of the way. We'll enter our start zone once again. And the green flag over the field. Rundle got a pretty good start on that high side. He'll grab the lead. Blevins will get around Spalding, move him to the third spot. Pearson is right behind that. And then Todd Keir, as the first six have a small gap back to the side-by-side battle between Ethan Lowe and Kyle Gomez, and Gomez is going to procure the spot away from Lowe. Coy Callis, good run out of two. He's going to get alongside the 71. Ryan Campbell, that old Hardee's machine. I love the throwbacks that guy drives. And Derek Baycorn, Different paint than we've seen him in all season. He's in the icy frozen drinks machine tonight. There's Justin Duran. Duran is knocking on the top 10 already. Moved up a little, get a nice arc into the corner. He really just doesn't want to be right behind Kamba, I think. Now dips to the inside, almost 3 wide, getting into turns 3 and 4. And they're just looking for a little bit of racing room. Little clean air to get across that left front corner. Not a lot of aero on this racetrack, but every little bit is going to count. You can see Durand, Vinny, McAvoy. Mackey is back in this thing. He's up here in 14th already. Brock Bigelow is back on track. Scored 3 laps down. He runs 26th at the moment. Everyone else still on the lead lap. So we'll see if something happens and he can get some of those laps back. I'm curious what happened and why he lost the laps. Todd Cleek, 45, moves to the inside of Reed Rundle coming out of turn number 2. Corey Blevins is right there. He's got a notion to make it 3 wide, but I think he's going to think better of it. Cleek protecting that inside. And now he may have to move up a little. Because I thought Corey Blevins was going to make a run at him, but Blevins got loose out of 4. Blevins around Rundle. Top 3, still the top 3, just in a different running order now. They've got a little bit of a gap to Kevin Spaulding, who has a pretty good gap back to Steven Pearson. Let's see, Durand and Vinny, 10th and 11th, kind of holding station here amongst the traffic, but about to break into the top 10. In fact, Durand is 10th now. Adam Vinny inside on Coy Callis. Vinny now in 10th. Callis outside the top 10. Camba's going to take advantage of that. Got him up the track. McAvoy right behind. Oh, contact. Callis got off the corner, got a little sideways, down into the right-hand door of the 79. No harm, no foul. Everybody's going to keep going. Mackey used the braking momentum to drive by. He's up to 13th, and we have caution. Chris Gaxel. Let's watch the 707. That's the one of Ryan. That's a hard lick into the outside wall. So we will see. Should be a wave around for the 27 truck. He'll get one of his 3 laps back. We will see if the 707 of Chris Gaxel should head for pit road. This should be a foregone conclusion. He may have gotten some damage to the cooling system and the engine out of that. He hit that wall a ton. We'll see if it's terminal for him. Well, you didn't message me, and now I feel left out. Just saying. It's Corey Blevins out front. Cleat, Rundle, Spalding, Pearson, Kier, Gomez, Bacorn, Duran, and Vinny, the top 10. Camba, McAvoy, Mackey, Callis, and Gregory back through 15th. Everett, Smith, Ryan, Chavez, Scheid, Harold, Lowe, Jordan, Jonathan Scott, 24th, and Gaxel is on pit road. We'll see if they can fix that truck. It still looks like the front end is crushed on that thing. Bigelow now 2 laps down, did get a wave around. I see Mr. Jordan, Don Jordan, headed for pit road. And the one truck of Dana Ryan rolling down pit road. We'll see if he goes to his pit stall. He does. First stall past the opening. Man, that makes getting into your pit stall so easy. No farms, no food. Yeah, you know, I understand. I'm just saying, this thing is out in the middle of a bunch of cornfields. Yeah, there's nothing around this thing. There's like a gas station on the highway that's not very far away, as I recall, but it's just middle of nothing. Oh. Well, if we lose power, the only thing that goes down, and only because I'm too lazy to do it, is my internet. It's not on the backup. Everything important, except for that, is on battery backup. And the generator will come on and take over after that. So I would go down off air for maybe 2 minutes. And if I ever break down and fix that other battery backup system, I can have everything that's important on battery backup. They're in separate areas, so I can't put them together on the same battery backup. It's just not productive. All right, pace car getting out of the way. We're going to get another restart at the end of caution period number 2. Starting lap number 25 of 125 in Blevins. What a start for the 24 truck. Reed Rundle's going to get a good start as well. Please tell me that that's because that was the closest thing. Because there is so much better coffee than McDonald's. If you have a Carl's Jr. or Hardee's near you, they have amazingly good coffee for a fast food restaurant. It's one of my favorite breakfast fast food deals anyway, but that's a story for another day. Kevin Spalding super wide through turns 3 and 4. And it opened the door for Spalding and Bacorn. Neither one of them able to capitalize on it just yet. They might be 3 wide this time coming out. They get it worked out pretty quickly. But Bacorn, Derek Bacorn, making the pass, putting himself in the top 4. Always the frou-frou stuff. I get it. Everybody's got to have a taste. And you like what you... Oh, contact. Kyle Gomez got off of turn 4, and he got a little bump in the back. Oh, no, they go see. He's going to come out of the corner, and he's going to get... well, he may not have. There was some space between those two. Ooh, contact in the middle of the track. Durand and Vinny almost come together. Spalding on the outside. Vinny going to be able to use him as a pick, I think. Greg Smith is now part of this. He is right behind Durand and Vinny. And Vinny's going to duck behind for a moment. Vinny 6th, Spalding 7th, Durand 8th, Smith is 9th, and Pearson is back to 10th. Durand going to go after Spalding. Doesn't want to let Vinny get too far away. Go check back here at about 15th, 16th spot. That's Michael Everett in 16th. Chavez, Callis. Scheid is right back there. Ethan Lowe back there. There's your lap truck of Brock Bigelow. Bigelow needs a couple more cautions, and he needs them pretty quick, so he's got plenty of time to work his way through the field if he hopes to make something out of this night in points. Everybody trying to chase down the 24. Nobody succeeding. Cleet and Rundle are side by side. Now Bacorn's part of the gig, and he's going to shove that thing in there in the middle, 3 wide to 47, trying to thread the needle between trucks. He's going to get it done. He will go all the way to second. Todd Keir still in the 5th spot. But Adam Vinny's breathing down the back of that 88 machine. Keir able to fend him off out of the top of turn 2. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th right here on the screen. Keir had a little bit of extra momentum, almost got to the back bumper of the 43. He had to check up a little, and it opens the door for Vinny to get there in turns 3 and 4, and Vinny will take the spot away, move him into the top 5. Kevin Spalding has been stuck on the high side, and I don't know if it's because he's stuck up there or because he's chosen to run up there, but he has been right at the very top of those black strips in the corners for about the last 8 or 10 laps, and he was running about 5th or 6th, and now he's back here at 14th. Just with an open door, everybody is just running right on by. Next truck will be the 55 of Kyle Gomez. That'll be for 15th. Make it 14th for Gomez now. Blevins 1.7 seconds ahead of Derek Bacorn. Adam Vinny now beside his teammate, and he'll roll right past. He's up to 3rd, but he's 3 seconds behind the leaders. Durand got around Cleek. And Todd Keir is starting to go backwards pretty quickly. Smith got by. Now McAvoy's looking to go by, and Mackey spun on lap 1. Back inside the top 10. Oh, Todd Cleek way up the hill in turns 3 and 4. He's going to lose 4 spots. Mackey goes by as well, and Keir now running 9th. He was running 5th about 4 laps ago. It's still 1.7 seconds. 1st to 2nd. It's about 1.2 seconds from 2nd to 3rd. Well, let's see if those times, what they look like. Within a couple of tenths of one another. Truck out front, still the fastest truck. Clean air does wonders for you, I guarantee it. Bacorn, though, in 2nd. And he's keeping it at about a second over Adam Vinny. We're getting deep into this fuel run. A lot of these drivers have not pitted. Brandon Mackey didn't have a choice. As long as his slide was, I think he had to pit. I might be wrong. He may not have gone to pit road. Cody Smith has. Dana Ryan has. Jonathan Scott, Brock Bigelow, Don Jordan has been there multiple times since we dropped the green flag. So Vinny in the top 3, Durand top 5, Smith top 6, McAvoy top 7. Brock Bigelow somehow got 3 laps down. He's 2 laps down now, but he's 24th. That's your update on the top 5 in points and their progression through the field after going to the back. Bacorn's starting to lose his gaps down to about 0.6 of a second now. And Greg Smith is taking a peek at Justin Durand here into 3 and 4. And he's going to keep that nose there into 1 and 2. Momentum line's just going to be so good here. Durand will fend him off. Blevins is 2 seconds ahead of Bacorn. Bacorn only has about 0.7 of a second now over the 64 of Adam Vinny. And Vinny's got about 0.6 of a second on Reed Rundle. Justin Durand is slowly creeping in on the back of the 43. Brandon Mackey tagging along behind these guys. He runs 8. Todd Kear's still in the top 10 and 9th, and there's Steven Pearson having a good top 10 run right now. Cody Smith, that's 11th. Then Ryan Kamba in 12th. Kyle Gomez. Todd Kleek. And Kleek was up inside the top 3 or 4 for a little while, and now he's falling back through the field. He's running 14th, and he may be losing a spot here. He got off of turn 2 real awkward. Frank Chavez is 15th behind him. Kevin Spaulding 16th, and then it's Everett and Ryan. Callis, Harold, Lowe, Jonathan Scott, Travis Scheid. All these drivers still on the lead lap. And then we'll jump forward a few positions, and there is Brock Bigelow. 2 laps down, 3 wide out of turn 4. About 15th, 16th on the track right now. We'll go back closer to the front. Still 2 seconds from first to second, but that gap from second to third is very, very steadily decreasing. It's down to about quarter second. And that's down to about 4 truck lengths. It's going to be down to nothing here by the time we come out of turn 4, I think. By the time we go to turn 1, 64 is probably going to be door to door with the 47. He'll duck out. Oh, I thought he would duck out and try to go for that. 2.3 seconds now. Blevins starting to open things up towards the end of the fuel run. Bacorn dropped low. Vinny going to try the outside. Bacorn's giving him the outside. Just going to be a matter of time, and Vinny may very well have him cleared up the backstretch with all that run. They're still side by side. Bacorn able to maintain. Kept the inside position. I think it's all but a matter of time now, and there it goes. Vinny goes around Derek Bacorn, and now Reed Rundle is under fire. He's got a row of them behind him. Durand goes across the nose, and it's a crossover move from the 43. A little bit of contact, but Durand is going to take the spot, and Greg Smith is going to go to the bottom. Tight quarters racing here. Inside your top 5. Top line has got a lot of momentum off of the corner, and it's helping Rundle keep that 5th spot. We're getting closer and closer to halfway and closer to what I feel is going to be pit stops here just within the next, I would say, 7 laps. Rundle holding the middle of the racetrack in the corners, the outside on the straightaways. And he's able to fend off Greg Smith right there. McAvoy now is going to go after Smith. .7 seconds. First place to second place, and then it's about a 1.5 seconds. Back to Baycorn. Durand got past Rundle, and now Durand is trying to run Baycorn down. But Corey Blevins, this is a track that is very reminiscent of Richmond, and he is nearly unbeatable at Richmond. So he should be right at home here. Vinny and Baycorn. And then Durand is right there. He's closing in. He's gotten away from Rundle and company. McAvoy and Smith are still side by side. They've been side by side for 3-4 laps now. McAvoy looks like he's got the bottom figured out and he's got it moving. He got around Smith on the bottom. Rundle has been a tough pass in that middle. He'll give you everything he's got as we reach the halfway point. Cross flags shown to your leader as he streaks across the stripe. And McAvoy gets around Rundle. Now Brandon Mackey's trying to work on Greg Smith. We're going to keep our eye on the scoring pylon because when drivers start falling from the top to the bottom, that is an indication that they've headed for pit road. Mackey up to the 7th spot. He's eyeballing the rear end of the 43 of Reed Rundle. Derek Baycorn is going to be under fire because Justin Durand now has got a run out of 2. He's going to go to the inside. It's going to happen pretty quickly right here. Baycorn let him go and slid into the opening in between McAvoy and Durand. Trying not to stay up there on that outside and let him go too many at a time because that'll draw him back to the 43. McAvoy has something working on the bottom. He's just got to get there and get planted. It's 2.5 seconds now as Adam Vinny looks like he's starting to close the gap just a little bit. The lap times say it's less than 1/10 of a second per lap. Pearson, Spalding, Harold all on pit road right now. So Pearson out of 10th place. Heads for pit road. We're on the backside of halfway. Leader catching the back of the field. That's Don Jordan. Jordan is already 3 laps down. Durand and McAvoy around Baycorn, and now they're trying to reel in the 64 of Adam Vinny as Vinny ducks off and he'll head for pit road. Going to try to undercut the field. He's in the window easily. He's going to try to undercut the field, get in first and get out first, and then try to make up a bunch of time and put some of these guys at a disadvantage after they make their pit stops. We'll see how long it takes Blevins and company right sides, left sides. Truck's full of fuel, and away he goes. So we'll see how much longer Corey Blevins can stand to stay out there, knowing that the guy that was in second little bit early on the pit stop. It is a traffic jam in front of your leader. Greg Smith is on pit road. Brandon Mackey's on pit road. That's Cody Smith and Todd Keir rolling out. Blevins is still continuing to cut laps. Baycorn and Rundle, 2 and 3. Durand is 4th. And there goes Justin Durand onto pit road. There goes Adam. Well, I thought that was Adam Vinny. It might not have been. Here comes Corey Blevins to pit road. Just getting onto the other end of it right there. So the leader in is going to have 50 laps to go when he comes out. Truck slow on the bottom. Was that Ryan that I saw go real low, real slow? Yes, it was. I don't know if he missed pit road or if the truck got away from him a little bit, but he was in turn 4 down on the apron and he shot back onto the racetrack. So there's Blevins rolling away. Here comes Adam Vinny. And there goes Adam Vinny, and he will get by Blevins in the exchange. And we'll see if 5 laps is a difference in what Blevins can make up. Baycorn, Gomez, and Camba. And there goes Baycorn, it looks like. Yeah, maybe not. He's staying out. I thought he was dipping it down to go to pit road. Kyle Gomez, Ryan Camba. These guys are just praying for a caution. There's only 8 trucks on the lead lap right now. Baycorn stays on the racetrack. We'll keep the camera on to see when he goes because Frank Chavez just about gave us the caution. Because Baycorn was off the pace and Chavez out there on fresher tires almost got in the left rear corner and spun him around. This time, your leader comes in. That's Todd Kleek in front of him. So Gomez going to go by. He stays on the racetrack. Looking for Camba to go by. He did. Everett went by. Scott low. Still haven't gotten everybody in. Gomez still on the track. He's getting passed by the 24. of Blevins right now. That'll put 7 trucks back on the lead lap, and here comes McAvoy through, and he'll get back on the lead lap as well. Blevins around Callis. Now he's working on the 27 truck. Brock Bigelow. Bigelow was only a lap down. He still has to pit, though. Kiamba scored as the leader. 8th place Reed Rundle right behind him, not on the lead lap. And I think Kiamba's about to head for pit road. Yeah, he ducks it off. So that'll leave Michael Everett. And Everett is going to go in as well against Jonathan Scott. Great Scott out front for the first time tonight. Lap 82. A lot of guys on fresher tires working their way by. Once Jonathan Scott dips off and goes to pit road, pit cycles will have been completed. We will kind of know where everybody is at right now. You're looking at a not quite 4 seconds between Adam Vinny and Corey Blevins. Scott's still out there. Working lap 84 now. About 41 laps remain. 3.4 seconds the difference from Vinny to Blevins, and that's probably for the race win right there, at least for the lead as of right now. Just wait. When did he pit last? Let's go see if it shows me. Pitted on lap 22, so yeah, he's going to probably be able to get to about lap 90. Now, he doesn't have very many trucks trapped a lap down. There's 11 trucks on the lead lap right now. Staying in the middle of the track. This may be an indication he wants the bottom because he's going to go to pit road. Well, he didn't get slowed down enough. Yeah, he's not going in just yet. He's staying awfully low, making everybody go around the high side. I don't know what the reasoning is for sure, but the gap from second to third is closing up. 2.6-ish seconds now. We're still 38 laps away from the end of this thing. Jonathan Scott just making circuit after circuit. I suspect he'll have to come in the next 3 to 5 laps max. That'll just about be a full fuel run. Let's go check on Adam Vinny. In between Kyle Gomez and Dana Ryan right now. And there's Corey Blevins. It's 2 1/4 seconds. So the gap's starting to close up. Brian McAvoy just a little behind Blevins. Then Rundle's behind that. And what is 5th now will be 4th in a little bit. Durand, Cody Smith, Derek Baycorn, Greg Smith, and Steven Pearson are your top 10. Scott still making laps. Gap still shrinking a little here, a little there. I saw that Brock Bigelow had gone in to make his pit stop. He's rolling off pit road now, drops him back to 24th, and he's again 3 laps behind the pace. Start lap 92, 2 seconds the difference. 51 truck is still going to have to pit. There's Blevins into turn 3, and you can see right there's Adam Vinny. Here comes Corey Blevins. He's going to come out of the corner. He's right back there. If I put it on Ryan, you can see them both. Vinny's on the left side, Ryan is in the middle, and Blevins is closing in. It's 1.6 seconds from first to second. And Chavez once again trying to get around Jonathan Scott. He's going to get it done this time. I think that's Gomez that's going to be next. 30 to go this next time by. Just waiting on the 51 to make his pit stop and complete the cycle. And now Blevins is to the back of Dana Ryan. Dana Ryan, 14th, 1 lap down. Pass for the lead is about to go down as Vinny has gotten to the inside of Jonathan Scott, and he'll take over the lead once again. He has got under a second from first to third right now, and Jonathan Scott is on some really old tires. Dana Ryan all the way up the hill. He brushed the fence there. We're not going to get a caution. It's going to stay green. McAvoy still 4th. And there's Reed Rundle. Rundle is about 7 3/4 seconds off the pace. Corey Blevins is kind of equaled out. He's having trouble getting by Jonathan Scott here. But he's got it down to about 7/10 of a second between he and the truck in front of him, and that truck is your leader. Adam Vinny in the 64. Jonathan Scott is still out here making laps. We're getting close to 25 to go. He pitted some 80 laps ago. And McAvoy making a run to get inside Ryan. That's going to put him inside of Scott as well. And he'll take the spot away. McAvoy now 3rd. It's getting a lot closer at the front. Blevins is reeling in the 64 truck. It's 4/10 of a second now. Ryan Camba 14th. A lap down. He's the lucky dog truck at the moment. Scott is 4th, but Rundle is going to be closing up. It's only about 4 seconds, 4.5. With 24 laps to go. Our leaders are within 3 truck lengths of one another. And Blevins is stalking the 64. Quarter of a second. It looks like about 5 truck lengths. Five laps difference on the tires between the 64 and the 24. Blevins was the runaway leader before the pit stops. Vinny undercut by about 5 laps. And now we'll see if that 5 laps on tires does make enough of a difference. Blevins closed it up 1/10 of a second that time out of turns 2 and 3. Or 1 and 2, I'm sorry. 3 and 4, he almost gets to the fender. Took a peek at the bottom of Vinny, shut that door. Lap car. They were going around Ethan Lowe right there, so we'll have to regroup and go again, says Blevins. That's Greg Smith. Smith is 13th, and he currently is the last truck on the lead lap. Vinny gets around him, and now it's Blevins' turn. It's back to about 2/10 of a second. 20 laps to go last time, 19 this time. Couple of lap trucks in front of him. And Blevins looks like he's getting a little loose on the exit. McAvoy is third, and he's starting to close in on your 2 leaders. He's got to get around Smith. And then your 3 leaders will be nose to tail, basically. Jonathan Scott still hanging on to the 4th spot. He's 4.2, 4.3 seconds off of this. And Blevins once again got alongside Vinny. Vinny's going to make it tough on that high side. Blevins was alongside that time in 4. He's right on the door at the start-finish line. Got to be careful down on the bottom, and Vinny will not give him room to get exit. Good racing up front. This is what we want to see each and every night. Vinny's going to use that high side. Keep the 24 pinned in on the bottom, not give him room to exit clean. The momentum is going to keep the 64 truck right there. 79 truck's just watching the 2 of them. He's looking for his opportunity. He may dip it in here 3 wide. This time, Blevins will have the lead by 3/4 of a truck. He just can't quite get clear of the 64 right there across the nose. And Blevins goes back to the front. 14 laps remaining, but now can he hold off McAvoy, who got to the inside of Vinny as well? Blevins is looking in the mirrors and saying, fight on, boys, fight on. It's letting him get away. He's out to half a second now. I think there was contact between McAvoy and Vinny right there. Vinny all the way up the racetrack. Now he's way behind second place. Go watch this pass. Yeah, there was some contact. We've got 12 laps to go, and I think McAvoy has still got something left. He pitted a couple of laps before Corey Blevins. And McAvoy is closing the gap. These guys have cleared Adam Vinny by about 1.7 seconds now. Jonathan Scott is still in 4th, hanging on. Is he going to be able to make these last 11 laps? It is under 0.2 of a second. A bunch of lap traffic in front of your leaders. That is Steven Pearson in 11th, Kyle Gomez in 12th in front of. They're racing for position, and now Pearson with a slide out of 2, and that'll open the door to let the two leaders get alongside. The battle's just now starting as we'll break under 10 laps to go. Oh, and almost contact. Chavez got in short, drifted out wide. Gomez got in wide and came down. They made a little contact. That was right in front of the leaders who almost had contact. Chavez out wide, down to the middle of the track. Blevins takes evasive action. McAvoy stays in line. He's going to have a run getting through turns 1 and 2 here. Blevins is able to get the power back down, and he keeps it at about 3 truck lengths. Seven laps to go, and McAvoy is all over the bumper of the 24. That's Kevin Spaulding in 8th in front of your leaders. He may become a factor in this before we get to the end. Blevins leaves the door open. He got into 3 a little hot, had to stay a little wide, and McAvoy now has a nose on the inside. Blevins trying to fend him off. Off the top of 2, the 24 has a little bit of a run. He's not going to get completely clear before we get to 3 and 4. Wave lap this time. Will we have side by side for 5 laps? Justin Duran now has reeled in and passed Reed Rundle. And finally, the 51 truck is going to pit road. Jonathan Scott took it in. McAvoy now clear of Blevins. New leader with 4 laps to go. The first time all night the 79 truck has been to the front. McAvoy kept a little bit in reserve, and now showing it off at the end of this thing. 3 to go, and he's clear by 0.3 of a second. Vinny is still 3rd. Durand is 4th, and then Reed Rundle is 5th. Baycorn, Spaulding. And Spaulding is here. McAvoy's right there. Kyle Gomez in 9th and Frank Chavez in 10th are a lap down. There goes Todd Cleek to pit road. The gap is now about 0.6 of a second. McAvoy will go through 3 and 4. It looks like he'll work past the 8th place truck of Kevin Spaulding, and he'll come to the white flag. So McAvoy was the quickest qualifier. He dropped to the back of the field. And 125 laps later, he'll parlay a pole position into a win at Iowa tonight. The Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Corey Blevins 2nd, Adam Vinny 3rd, Justin Durand in 4th, and Reed Rundle rounds out your top 5. Take a look here. Baycorn 6th, Smith 7th, Gomez 8th, Spaulding 9th, Chavez 10th, Kamba, Pearson, Smith, Everett, Callis through 15th, Scott, Keir, Lowe, Scheid and Harold through 20th, 21st, Bigelow, Cleet, Ryan, Jordan Mackey 25th, Gaxel, Downing, and Ebel. your 28 finishers. Where's our best camera angle going to come from? I think it's going to come from right here tonight. So getting our drivers kind of rounded up, we hope. We'll put them in there. We got to dig around and find some of these guys. They like to hide on us. We don't like it very much. There's McAvoy. There's Corey Blevins. So we got to move him around a little. And we'll get him in there. And then we'll grab our driver's finishing third tonight, the 64 truck of Adam Vitti. Adam, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up, Roger?
Man, you undercut him. You had control. And I think 5-lap extra tires might have been a little much.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I was running it hard for the first couple laps after that pit stop, and then I tried taking care of them, and they just went away. So I don't know if I was overdriving it, and I thought I wasn't, or if I got a bad set of tires. It seems
blame it on
like
the pit
every
crew.
time yeah, definitely gave me the wrong set of tires.
Gave you somebody else's used tires.
Yeah, no kid. That's what it felt like. Seriously, it was slippery and greasy out here. But it always seems like on my first pit stop when I get new tires, the truck don't like it. It usually likes the first set and then the last set. So anything in between, not happy.
Well, an awesome run nonetheless, and you're going to bring that Pride of Tosa number 64 truck home in third place. I'm sure you got some shouts, some thanks that you would like to give out.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, of course, the Racing Network, and you, Roger. Man, SecureALift, boat lift restraint systems. Just everybody in this league. Great race tonight. Wisconsin Small Batch Beardos and Bombs, Next Level Litigation Support, Wabam, of course, Mark Brunner's Paint Scheme, and all the Brunner family. My parents, my girlfriend, my kids, just everybody watching, all the continued support. I appreciate everybody.
All right, man, congrats on the run. We will look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Roger.
Adam Vitti finishing in third tonight. Now we'll move on. He was the runaway leader early. Pit stops kind of moved things around. He grabbed the lead back, but he didn't get to keep it. Corey Blevins, I really don't know what happened. You were one of the last guys to pit out of that front group, and, man, it looked like your tires just went away pretty quick.
Yeah, I burned the right front. I can tell you that right now. I didn't know how to really run it that last run because I was doing everything I could to try to get to Adam, and I think it was an over judgment on my part and just completely ran him to the rim. Basically, is how I would put it. But yeah, still second place. Moved up in the points as well. Good night overall.
Yeah, this track very reminiscent of a Richmond, and we know how proficient you are there. We kind of had a sense that maybe it was going to be another Corey Blevins night. It looks like that chase is what did you in.
Yeah, I would say that's what did me in is making sure I got to Adam because I thought he was gonna, but he pitted like really early, but I did not realize I would run him down, and then getting side by side with him did not help my tires at all either because it was a very, very difficult pass, and I think the combination of running him down and then being side by side with him just really killed it.
Well, awesome job nonetheless. A second place finish, like you said, it's going to help you in the points a little bit. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you broadcasting as always. Midwest Truck Series, SecureALift boat with restraint systems, the Dirt Racing Network, of course, and then my longtime sponsor, Keys Architects and Associates. Got a different paint on there. It's reminiscent of Jeff Gordon's National Guard paint scheme. If you got that hint there, but that's what it's in reference to. So.
Awesome job tonight, man. Thanks for chatting with us. I'll see you back here next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Roger.
That is Corey Blevins finishing in the second spot tonight. And now He qualifies on the pole. He gets moved to the back, and it took him about 120 laps to get back to the front. But Brian McAvoy, patience pays off.
Absolutely. Got what I needed tonight. Just the long runs, unlike last week in the All-Star race where it was, 2-lap shootouts. The long runs for me paid off once again. And, yeah, just patience, saving my stuff. Executed the pit stop. Team did a great job on that. And, just really got what I needed. The race came to me.
Well, you got out of pits, and you're kind of in the cycle in the middle because Vinny goes a little early, and then you go, and Blevins stays out a little bit. You were a little ways behind. You had to do a lot of driving to get up there. How were you able to keep your tires that last run running down the guys in front who ended up burning up all theirs?
I really, those first few laps coming out of the pits, I really didn't start pushing it till probably I pitted like lap 71, and I really didn't start pushing till probably 87, 88. Just really tried to save my stuff. I had clean, open track, and just was really trying to save. And they had traffic in front of me, which I think was hurting them and their tires a little bit as well. So it was hard, but just stayed patient. And then, like I said, once I start pushing, I was gaining about 1/10 or 2/10 a lap on them, and fortunately had just enough tire left at the end there to make the moves, for second and ultimately first. So it was tough, but patience paid off.
Well, fantastic job. Another win in the series. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Absolutely. I want to thank certainly Midwest Truck Series, SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, Dirt Racing Network for making the league and everything possible. A ton of fun. And then just have to thank my longtime sponsor, Franklin Motorsports. And like I said, I've always said they've been with me all along, continue to stick by me, and can't do it without them. So appreciate that, and appreciate everybody watching tonight. Thank you.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. I will see you back here next Wednesday.
Take care. Thank you.
Brian McAvoy winning again in the Midwest Truck Series. That was a heck of a drive for him. I mean, he went all the way to the back. I want to say McAvoy, he started this thing fourth to last and did a great job driving back through the field, being pretty patient. Blevins the same, and Vinny did a great job as well. He drove from the very back and finished in third. So good racing. The one caution early in this one, and then it goes green the rest of the way. We get to see green flag pit stops. That's the most fun part if you're somebody that enjoys the racing and all the strategy, and the chance that one mistake under green flag on pit stops can really change the outcome of a race. I get a big charge out of watching these guys do that. Love to watch the green flag pit stops, so it's always fun for me. I hope you guys enjoy it too. That's going to do it for us this week. We will not be back again until next Wednesday night. DSRL is going to be off next week, and then the following week they will host their All-Star event on Tuesday the 28th, and then they'll get back to racing the following week after that. But we're going to have a little bit of free time to revamp some things, change some things, do some things. But we're going to stay on Wednesday nights, and we'll keep bringing you that. If anything crops up, if you have subscribed on YouTube, Twitch, and Trivial, you'll know if we go live. And if you're with us on Facebook, like, share, and follow so you know the same. Every time we go live, you get a notification. You can come join us and say hi. Appreciate you being here. Without you, there is no reason for us to do this at all. Without the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we watch every single night here, there is nothing for us to cover. So a high five, a pat on the back, all the way around to everybody involved in making all that happen. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing